Welcome to this explainer. If you're completely tired of your character randomly teleporting across the map right in the middle of a crucial ranked match, well, you're absolutely in the right place. Today, we're going to completely demystify some of these complex networking concepts and build an actionable roadmap to significantly reduce your gaming latency and packet loss. Let's dive right in.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, diagnosing your gaming lag. Second, the foundation, wires and routers. Third, the DNS optimization revolution. Fourth, GPNs versus traditional VPNs. Fifth, advanced Windows network tweaks. And finally, number 6, the fiber optic truth. All right, starting right off with section 1, diagnosing your gaming lag. So when your game feels sluggish or unresponsive, you really need to figure out the actual culprit before you go throwing your hard-earned money at the wrong fix. Because too often, gamers misdiagnose the problem, right? And then they end up super frustrated when that expensive new piece of hardware doesn't actually change a thing. Here's how to easily spot the difference. If your game visually freezes for a split second and then just jumps back to normal, that's a frame jog. That's a hardware bottleneck, and upgrading your graphics card will absolutely help there. But if you fire your weapon and the enemy takes a full second to go down, or if you find yourself rubber banding backward after running forward, yeah, that is a network issue. Upgrading your GPU is never going to fix packet loss, just like a faster internet plan won't cure a stuttering graphics card.
When we talk about network issues, we're basically fighting what I like to call the deadly triangle. You've got ping, which is the round-trip time for your data. Then packet loss, which is the percentage of data that literally just dies in transit. And jitter, which is how wildly your ping fluctuates. And here's the thing. Stability across these three is way more important than just boasting the absolute lowest ping number. I mean, a rock-solid 70 millisecond ping is vastly superior to a ping that's violently jumping between 30 and 150.
You can actually test your baseline connection stability in under 5 minutes. It's super easy. Just open up your command prompt on Windows, type in ping 8.8.8.8t, and hit enter. You're going to watch that time value to check for jitter, and keep an eye out for any request timed out messages, because those mean packet loss. When you're done looking, just hit Ctrl+C to stop the test. Okay, let's move right into section 2, the foundation, wires, and routers.
Look, the physics here are absolutely undeniable. Wi-Fi signals weaken as they go through concrete walls, and they suffer massive interference from neighboring routers, microwaves, your Bluetooth devices, you name it. But a wired Cat6 Ethernet cable? That delivers 0% packet loss and is practically immune to all that electromagnetic noise. Literally, if you take only one single thing away from this entire explainer, make it this. Get off Wi-Fi and plug in a cable. It is a total game changer.
All right, so once you're wired in, you've got to tell your router how to behave. Enabling UPnP ensures your game ports are open for faster matchmaking. But honestly, more importantly, if you share your internet with a busy household, turning on quality of service, or QoS, in your router settings is absolutely crucial. It basically guarantees that your tiny little gaming data packets get absolute priority over, say, somebody else's heavy 4K video stream. Moving along to section 3, the DNS optimization revolution. So out of the box, your internet service provider usually assigns you a default DNS. But here's the secret. Their routes are often heavily congested. Making a switch can be huge. Changing to Cloudflare, for instance, prioritizes speed and global coverage. Google gives you maximum stability, while Quad 9 focuses on security. Manually swapping to one of these specialized options acts kind of like a much more efficient GPS for your game data, finding a faster, clearer route to the server. Oh, and just remember to flush your DNS cache in the command prompt after you make the switch. Next up, section 4, GPNs versus traditional VPNs. We really need to distinguish between these two because gamers confuse them all the time. Standard VPNs, like Nord or ExpressVPN, are amazing for privacy, but they will actually make your lag worse. They wrap your data up in this heavy encryption, which adds processing time. GPNs, on the other hand, gamers' private networks, like ExitLag or GearUp, do the exact opposite. They strip away that heavy encryption and basically act as a VIP fast lane, mapping out the absolute quickest, most direct route straight to the game server. Now, GPNs are practically magic for routing issues. Let's say your ping to Google is totally fine, but your ping to Valorant servers is terrible. A GPN will fix that bad route. But keep in mind, they cannot magically fix a physically degraded copper wire in your neighborhood. Think of it this way. They fix the map, not the road itself. All right, let's dive into section 5, advanced Windows network tweaks. Right out of the box, Windows is optimized for web browsing and bulk downloading. not real-time gaming. So we really have to ask a serious question here. Why on earth is a network efficiency trick from the 1980s still running on your high-end gaming machine?
It's called Nagel's algorithm, and what it does is bundle small data packets together before sending them out to save bandwidth. Now, that's fantastic if you're downloading a massive movie file. But in gaming, we need every single mouse click and keyboard input sent immediately. You definitely don't want your crucial sniper shot waiting around in a buffer for other data to join it before it finally leaves your PC.
So for you advanced users out there, you can actually disable this by opening the registry editor, navigating through your TCP/IP parameters to your specific interface folder, and creating a couple of exact double words. You force Windows to send and acknowledge packets instantly. Disabling Nagel's algorithm here can realistically reduce your baseline latency by another 5 to 15 milliseconds. Just, proceed with caution and always create a backup before you go editing your system registry.
And finally, we've reached the boss level. Section 6, the fiber optic truth. Just look at the sheer dominance of fiber optics here. Older ADSL and cable connections transmit data as electrical signals over copper wire, which means they are constantly fighting electromagnetic interference. That's exactly why you see average pings sitting anywhere between 40 and 150 milliseconds. But fiber optics, they transmit data as pulses of light through glass strands. It is completely immune to electrical noise, delivering ultra-low ping and absolute 0% packet loss. It's literally a fundamental leap in physics.
All right, so here is your actionable checklist. Start with the free immediate fixes today. Change your DNS and please plug in that Ethernet cable. Then explore software solutions like Router QoS and GPN sometime this week. And for your long-term plan, look into a fiber optic upgrade. Seriously, you can spend hundreds of dollars on a flashy gaming router, but migrating to fiber is the single most impactful physical change you can possibly make.
Now, the laws of physics dictate that data takes time to travel. Even light moving through glass takes time, meaning absolute zero ping is pretty much a myth unless you're literally sitting inside the server room. But here's the thing. Professional gamers don't obsess over zero ping. They obsess over perfect consistency. So you gotta ask yourself, have you taken all these steps to ensure the ping you do have is flawlessly, predictably stable? Implement this roadmap, take back control of your connection, and we'll see you in the next explainer.